Be me 23 years old, night shift goblin, at Quickie Mart gas station, located on the edge of town, where the streetlights flicker and die stats. Stealth 100, Charisma 3, sleep schedule. Non-existent. My existence is defined by the hum of refrigerated condensers and the smell of stale hot dogs. Be Luna night shift stalker. 5'2" inches of pure social anxiety wrapped in an oversized black hoodie. She wears a beanie 365 days a year. Even in July she moves through the aisles like a spectre haunting a graveyard. Worked together for 6 months. We have exchanged exactly 4 words. Hi, bye, register, mop. That's it. That is the extent of our relationship. We are 2 NPCs with broken dialogue trees. 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, the witching hour for Weirdo Store is empty, except for the buzzing of a dying fluorescent tube. Overtime. That, standing behind the counter, pretending to reorganize the cigarettes, really just staring into the void. Luna is in AL4 stocking energy drinks. I can hear the metallic clink of cans being placed on shelves. It is the only sound in the universe. Enter customer 1, method head, Mike local cryptid. He shuffles in, eyes vibrating, walks directly to the soda fountain, fills a 64 ounces cup with every single flavor suicide mix. He mutters, approaches counter, throws a handful of sticky pennies at me. Keep the change, government spy. Leaves. I look at Luna. She is peeking around a stack of Monster Energy cases. Her eyes are wide like a startled lemur. She looks at me, I look at her. We both exhale simultaneously. A shared sigh of survival. Did we just bond? Probably not. Back to silence. 3:30 a.m. The delivery truck arrives. The driver is a Chad named Gary. Loud, boisterous. Smells like pine trees and confidence. Yo, little lady. Got some heavy boxes here. He tries to help Luna. Luna physically recoils into a hoodie. She resembles a turtle retracting into its shell. I got it. She squeaks, voice so quiet it requires subtitles. Gary laughs. You sure? These are heavy. He leans in. Too close. Invasion of personal space detected. My NPC programming overrides. I leave the safety of the counter, walk over holding a clipboard like a weapon. Gary, sign here, now. Voice cracks slightly, but I hold the line. Gary turns. Chill. He signs. He leaves. Silence returns. I stand there, heart hammering against my ribs, like a trapped bird. Luna is staring at the floor. Thanks, she whispers. I nod. Yeah. Retreat to counter. Immediately analyze interaction for next 4 hours. Did I look cool? Or did I look like a panicked ferret? Probably the ferret. 5 a.m. Shift change approaches. Sun is trying to break through the grey sludge of the sky. Luna walks past the counter to grab her bag. She pauses. This is new. Usually she speedruns the exit. She puts a small folded piece of paper on the counter. Doesn't look at me. For the crate. Saving me from Gary. She runs out the door. I open the paper. It's a drawing, a crude stick figure, of me holding a clipboard, like a sword fighting a giant blob, labeled Gary at the bottom. In tiny handwriting, thank you, Knight of the Clipboard. 2:04, I smile so hard. My face hurts. Go home. Tape drawing. To my monitor, stare at it, while listening to lofi hip-hop beats to study/relax, to sleep for 3 hours. Dream of clipboards and beanies. Next night, arrive at 10 p.m. Luna is already there. She is stocking the freezer section, fogging up the glass. With a breath, I walk in. Hey, you service. Down her scarf. Hi. A smile. Micro-expression detected. 15% smile confirmed. I take my post behind the register. The night drags on. 1 a.m. Boredom level critical. I start stacking lighters into a pyramid. It is a masterpiece of architectural engineering. Luna walks by with a box of Snickers. She stops, observes the pyramid. It's crooked. She says I look, it is not. She puts the box down, walks over, gently taps the bottom left. Lighter. The whole thing stabilizes physics. She says witchcraft. I reply. She laughs. Actual sound. Like wind chimes in a library. My brain blue screens. We spend the next hour building a fortress out of Red Bull cans. A customer walks in, sees 2 employees, building a citadel. On the counter, can I get a pack of Marlboros? We panic scramble to dismantle the fortress. Cans everywhere. Loud clattering. I accidentally knock over a display of gum. Luna tries to catch it. Trips. We end up crouching on the floor, surrounded by debris. Customer just stares. You guys are weird. He leaves without buying anything. We look at each other, burst out laughing. Silent. Wheezing laughter so we don't wake the manager in the back office. Tears in eyes. We are fired. I gasp. So fired. She agrees. We are not fired. We clean up in record time. Teamwork stat increased to 53 a.m. The lull. I am sitting on a milk crate behind the counter. Luna is sitting on the floor in aisle 2. Video games. I ask. MMOs. She yells back. Healer main. Tank. I reply. Always tank. Masochist. She says. Control freak. I counter. True. We talk about builds, raid bosses and toxicity. Turns out we play the same game, different servers. Tragedy. We should too. Maybe play together sometime. I ask. Voice cracks on. Together. Silence from aisle 2. Panic sets in. I overstepped abort mission. Or not, whatever. Luna pops her head around the corner. Beanie slightly askew, server transfer costs $25. She says, I know. I get paid on Friday. Heart rate spikes to dangerous levels. I can make a new character on your server. I offer no. I want my gear. She ducks back into the aisle. I am winning at life Friday. Comes shift starts. Vibes are immaculate. But nature has other plans. Storm of the century rolls in, thunder shakes the cheap glass windows. Rain sounds like bullets hitting the roof. Lights flicker once, twice dead. Total darkness, emergency lights kick in eerie red. Glow bays, the store in a submarine vibe. Silent Hill atmosphere, Luna? I call out, I'm here. Voice comes from the back, I grab a flashlight from the emergency kit, shine it down the aisle. She's standing there hugging a box of chips. I hate storms, she whispers. I walk over, it's okay. The building is mostly sturdy. The roof leaks, she points out details. Thunderclap. Loud, she flinches, drops the chips. Instinctively, I reach out, grab her arm to steady her. She doesn't pull away, she steps closer. We're standing in a pool of flashlight beam, surrounded by darkness and Doritos. The automatic doors won't open without power. I realize we're locked in. Until the power comes back, or the morning crew comes with a key. Oh, she doesn't sound upset. Come on, I say. Fortress needs rebuilding. We go behind the counter, sit on the floor, flashlight pointing up at the ceiling like a campfire. Tell me a story, she says. A story? Distract me from the thunder. I rack my brain. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a goblin. A handsome goblin. A solid 4/10 goblin. High stealth stats. She giggles. And he met a sprite. A woodland sprite. A beanie-wearing sprite, who haunted a gas station. She pulls her knees to her chest. Listening intently, I tell a scuffed version of our shifts together, turning the drunk customers into ogres, Gary into a troll, the manager into a dragon sleeping on a pile of gold. Receipts. She adds details, corrects my law. The sprite actually thought the goblin was scary at first. She murmurs, I stop really stuff instead. You looked so angry, resting retail face. I defend, but then you saved her from the troll. It was a kiblord of +1 banishing. She smiles softly in the red emergency light. She looks different, less like a ghost, more like a person, a really pretty person. My throat goes dry. Luna, I was just terrified. Of what? Of you, of people, of existing. She shifts closer, our shoulders touch, sparks. Literal electric sparks in my brain. Me too. She whispers. The storm rages outside, but inside, it's quiet. Just our breathing and the hum of the backup battery. Can I? She starts, can you what? Can I show you something? She reaches into her pocket, pulls out her phone, opens the photo gallery, scrolls past hundreds of meme, stops at a picture. It's a screenshot of a game character, a tank named Knight of Clipboard. I made an alt, she says, on my server. I leveled him up to 50 while you were asleep yesterday. I stare at the screen, then at her. You grinded for 12 hours. I wanted to be ready. For what? To play with you. I am dead. Deceased. 'Cause of death. Wholesomeness. I look at her. She is looking at my lips. Oh God, is this it? Is this the anime moment? Do not panic, do not vomit, Luna. I say, Anon. She replies, she knows my name obviously. I have a name attack, but it sounds different when she says it. I lean in 90% of the way, Hitch rule applied. She closes the gap, lips, touch soft, cold nose against my cheek, tastes like blue raspberry slushy and anxiety. Hand finds hers in the dark, fingers interlace, perfect fit. We stay like that for a long time, kissing in the dark behind the counter of a quickie mart, surrounded by cigarettes and lottery tickets. Best moment of my life. 6 a.m. Power slams. Back on fluorescent lights. B. Jump apart like guilty teenagers blinking furiously. My eyes. I groan. The sun. It burns. She hisses. We're both bright red, looking everywhere but at each other. Manager. Brad unlocks the front door, busts in. Woo. Crazy storm, huh guys? Power out for hours. You didn't loot the place, did you, D? He laughs at his own joke, sees us. Why are you guys sitting on the floor? We stand up, synchronize awkwardness. Stocking, I say. Praying. She says at the same time. Brad looks confused. Right. Well, morning crew is here. Get out of here. We clock out, walk out into the parking lot. The storm has passed, puddles everywhere. Reflecting the morning sun, air is crisp and clean. We stand by her car, an old beat-up Civic. So, I say, scuffing my shoe on the pavement. So, she says, burying her face in her scarf. Are we? We are. Cool. Cool. She opens her car door, hesitates, turns back, stands on tiptoes, kisses me on the cheek. Quick. Peck, log on tonight. She commands 8 p.m. Don't be late. Yes, ma'am. She gets in the car, drives away. I stand there in the gas station parking lot, watching her tail lights fade. A random trucker walks past. You look like you saw an angel, son. Something like that. I mutter, walk home, feet don't touch the ground. Get to my room, boot up PC, see friend request. Moon Healer 9. Accept immediately. Change status to taken on Discord. Even though nobody looks at my profile, sleep for 4 hours, wake up, it wasn't a dream, go to work next night. Walk in, Luna is there, stock in aisle 3. She sees me, smiles, not a 15% smile, a full 100% teeth. Showing smile, walks over right in front of customer, takes my walk-in's ears, hand squeezes it. "Hi, Tank," she whispers. "Hi, Healer." I whisper back. Customer looks at us. "Can I just get my gas?" "No," I say. "We are having a moment." Luna laughs. Customer is confused. "I don't care, I have leveled up, life is good." Epilogue. 3 months later, Beamy still night shift. Goblin, but now I have a player too. We have synced our breaks. We sit on the roof of the gas station, ladder access found, drinking slushies and watching the empty highway. "Do you think we'll ever quit?" she asks, leaning her head on my shoulder. "Eventually," I say, "but the loot drops here, a 60R. Tear. But the party matching system is elite." She groans at the pun, punches my arm. "You're the worst." "I love you too." Silence, comfortable silence, not the scary kind anymore, the kind you share when you don't need words. Below us, the neon sign buzzes. "Stop and go." We are definitely stopping here for a while. And that is perfectly fine.